Spider-Man No Way Home takes place directly after the events of Spider-Man Far From Home. With his identity now revealed to the world, Peter Parker struggles to deal with this newfound attention and looks to a spell performed by Doctor Strange to reverse the world from knowing who he truly is. So this is about as safe as a plot description as I could give without spoiling this movie. And I took extra care here to make sure that I don't, because this is a movie that deserves to have all of its plot points kept safe until viewing, because it would honestly be such a great experience to see it all unfold without knowing anything about it for the first time. The film does have some jaw-dropping moments that you wouldn't expect, but if you're someone like me who couldn't escape certain spoilers, I'm proud to say that the film is still quite the experience, even knowing what I did going into it. There were things I still didn't see coming, and honestly, I haven't had this much fun in a theater in a long time. A lot of this is due to how well executed the plot is. The story is one of Marvel's best, period, as it manages to combine a lot seamlessly and it never feels forced or lazy. The action sequences are phenomenal here. Spider-Man is great as we get to see him utilize almost every trick that he has, every technique or new technology that he's developed so far. It's not just him, as there are other characters who provide some great action in this as well. The antagonists in the film provide some great challenges for Spider-Man, and it's highly entertaining to see him get through these. Doctor Strange also has some of the film's best moments as well, proving once again he's one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe for a reason. Now, for as great as the action is, I do want to take this back to the story for a minute. I think it's important to note that what really makes this film great is how it's able to provide you all of the excitement you want while also telling a coming-of-age story for one of pop culture's greatest heroes. We get to see the character grow right in front of us as he deals with some pretty tough and heartbreaking situations, and it's these moments that really make the film for me. It's these moments that no amount of spoilers could prepare you for. I think the film has a fairly emotional tone, but it's balanced nicely with some genuinely comedic moments. The banter between Spider-Man and Strange, or him and his friends, never really felt out of place, and the majority of the time they genuinely made me laugh. I think blending emotions and tone is something that the Marvel Cinematic Universe does well, and it does it in this movie to the likeness of Infinity War and Endgame here. The emotional impact in this movie is something that you really do feel, and not just for our main character, but for almost every character in the film. Everyone in a sense fulfills a character arc, and that's hard to do successfully in a movie. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without the cast doing a great job as well. Everyone is great, and I mean everyone. When you see the film, you'll know what that means, and for those of you who have seen the movie, you can't deny the talent that's on screen. But Tom Holland shines, as he's tasked to carry the bulk of the film's emotional moments, as well as the action ones and the comedic ones, and it just all blends nicely. He and Zendaya also share an undeniable chemistry on screen, and it's kinda cute if I say so myself. Now, there's a lot more that I could say about this movie, but I won't, because I would be approaching spoiler territory, but I will say that I really did enjoy this movie, and I think that it's probably the best Spider-Man film to date. Now, I don't have much to complain about here, but if I did, it may be that there were some moments towards the beginning of the movie that kind of took its time setting up. It's maybe the slowest point in the whole entire film, and while it's necessary to the plot, it can feel a bit sluggish. The film's about 2.5 hours long, and I feel like there's maybe about 5 to 10 minutes in total that could have possibly been carved out. I also feel like certain characters, specifically certain villains, didn't get as much shine as others, but that's to be expected because the ones that we probably came to see do get their moments to shine here. Aside from these nitpicks, I don't really have many negative things to say about this. I feel like it gave me exactly what I was hoping for, and then some. I do wish it flowed slightly better in the beginning, but it was a great setup nonetheless. The only thing this film really does have going against it is that it has to compete with films like Infinity War, or Winter Soldier, or Endgame for top Marvel film. Now, this isn't my order either, and I'm not saying this movie is or isn't better than those, but they are MCU films I consider to be elite, and Spider-Man No Way Home just joined that club. It's a film that will make you laugh and maybe make you cry, but most importantly, make you happy you saw it. And for that, I give No Way Home an 8.9 out of 10. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this one. Were you pleasantly surprised, or were you a little bit disappointed? Where does it stand against your top Marvel films? Should I maybe make a top 10 Marvel films list, or some form of ranking showing you where my favorite Marvel films stand? Thanks as always for checking this review, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and find your way home, or at least to more dope content, that is.